Make sure to unmute the mic. Hello, how's everybody doing this evening? I caught myself early this time, so wanted to make sure I unmuted the mic. Hope you can all hear me. Hope you are all doing well here. I'm going to open up the comments here. I see Adrian's out there. Hello, how are you doing? Just so excited for this announcement here. Of course, Criterion announced September 2022 titles pretty early today, I think right around the lunch hour. So very happy to see that come across on my Twitter feed and really looking forward to tonight's conversation. Hope you are all doing well on this Wednesday night. It is Wednesday, right? It's yes, Wednesday, June the 15th. It's the middle of the week. It's hump day. Hope you've all had a great week so far. We are now sort of in the downhill, getting ready to go into Thursday, which is sort of, in my mind, the unofficial start of the weekend. So really ready to get Thursday going. We'll see if the Golden State Warriors can close out the NBA Finals tomorrow night, or if Boston will force a Game 7 tomorrow night and take it back to San Francisco for Game 7, which I think will be on Sunday. So let us know in the comments if you have any predictions on the NBA Finals. But I'm sure you didn't come to talk about the NBA Finals. You came to hear about Criterion Collection September 2022 announcements. There's definitely some excitement in these announcements. I kind of consider this month to be a nice sort of bounce back from what was probably thought to be a little bit of a down month in August announcements relative to the July announcements, which were pretty epic. And I'm very excited about next month's Barnes and Noble sale, where we'll be able to dive into those July titles. So much excitement coming from the Criterion Collection and really all across physical media. So I am absolutely stoked. And let me just go into these comments and then we'll open up with starting and then we'll just start talking about these titles. We got 6 titles that have been announced from Criterion for September. So that's very exciting as we look at September and October. Those are the titles that we sort of look forward to going into the November sale, which is just a few months from the July sale. So very exciting times. Let's get into some of these comments here. So I see Adrian, hello, how are you doing? We see Matt is out there. How's it going, Matt? Hello, internet user. We have the Tribal Chief. What an amazing month this was. Looking forward to the World Cinema box set. You and me both. That was one of the things I was wondering about. Will we get more 4K announcements? Check. Will we get any box set announcements? Check. So September is a very exciting month. New World Collection, yes, indeed. I'm looking forward to talking about that World Cinema Project set and to really get your thoughts on that title. Thank you, Island 007-100, for the sound is fine. Glad to hear. These are the Apple AirPods, so glad to hear they're working well. Go Apple. Hate the packaging of the World Collection, though. What a shame, but laugh out loud. But some of the best movies in that set. Okay. And Andreas Hugland, hello from Sweden. Hello from Sweden. So I would imagine, what time is it over there in Sweden? Is it like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning over there? Let us know in the comments. But glad that you're able to join us from Sweden. So that is awesome. But yeah, let me give a quick rundown of the September announcements from Criterion. So it came down on Twitter around, I guess just past noon today, and very exciting. We're getting 6 titles that have been announced for the month of September. So we're getting 2 new 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray combo packs. So that is very exciting because we didn't get any new 4K news in the August announcement. So we're getting 2 new 4Ks in September. So that's great. We're getting 4 new titles in the collection, a Blu-ray upgrade of a DVD edition. So one of the questions I'm always asking each month is, in addition to, are we getting any new 4Ks, any box sets, are we getting any upgrades of existing Criterion titles? And we are getting a DVD, an upgrade of a DVD edition to Blu-ray. We're getting 4 new directors in the Criterion Collection. So always nice to see new filmmakers coming into the collection. And check this out, we're getting representation from 9 countries around the world. So the United States, films from the US, from Canada, from France, Angola, Argentina, Iran, Cameroon, Hungary, India, largely because of the Martin Scorsese World Cinema Project box set from the Film Foundation. So very excited about that. And then, across North America, Europe, Africa, South America, the Middle East. So we're getting films from around the world, from a bunch of new directors coming into the collection. So this looks like a very nice mix of titles. Now, of the 6 titles that have been announced, I will tell you that I have not seen all these films, but I have, unlike last month when I had not seen any of those films, I have seen 2 of the films that were announced for this month. So I'm happy to say that I have seen 2 of these films for this month's announcement. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into these titles that have been announced. So essentially, we get one title that's coming out September the 6th on that Tuesday after Labor Day, which is September the 5th this year. So Tuesday after Labor Day, we're getting one title. We're getting one title a week later on September the 13th. So on that Tuesday, and we're getting 2 titles on September 20th, and then 2 titles on September the 27th. So that's how the 6 titles are sort of spread out across the month. And it looks like a really nice, epic month. We're getting 4 new spine numbers. So without any further ado, let me share my screen and we can go to the Criterion site here. And we can check out what the Criterion Collection has for us here. So let's do that right now. All right, so let me go to the Criterion site. So this is what we like to see here. September titles announced. Absolutely, I am here for it. So pre-order now. And this brings us to, of course, coming soon. So this is exciting here. Of course, right now they're showing Buck and the Preacher. So you have Sidney Poitier and uh, Harry Belafonte. I'm sorry, I'm so bad with names. Harry Belafonte here, starring with Sidney Poitier in Buck and the Preacher. So that is coming out in August, on August the 23rd. So I'm very excited about that. Last month had some interesting titles. Of course, just a quick recap on that. I'm mostly interested in Buck and the Preacher from August and Fayadaya. The other titles, I can kind of wait on, possibly Hotel du Nord or Hotel in the North. But the other titles, I'm not incredibly high on for the month of August. For the month of September, slightly different story. And it all starts on September the 6th with this very interesting title right here. So many of you, if you follow this channel, you've heard me talk about this particular title. This is Blowout. This is a 1981 film from one of my favorite directors, Brian De Palma. So this is a film starring John Travolta, Nancy Allen, and John Lithgow. And probably my favorite film that John Travolta's in, probably other than Pulp Fiction. This is an amazing film. It's one of the first editions that I picked up from the Criterion Collection. I remember picking this up in Costco several years ago, and when Costco still carried a slim number of Criterion Collection editions. So they would carry like 3 or 4 titles at any given time, and they would sell them at 50% off. So it was kind of cool. And before I even knew anything about Criterion, I saw this interesting cover and I saw John Travolta sort of slouched down like this and all this equipment and these videotapes on the floor or audio tapes on the floor. And I thought, I don't know anything about this film, but this looks really interesting. So I decided to pick it up and so glad that I did. It's one of my first Criterion editions, along with Seven Samurai, which I also got from Costco at that time. And this is an exciting release. I'll tell you right off the bat, of the titles that have been announced for the month of September, this is the title I am most excited about. Of course, I have this Blu-ray edition, but we are getting a new 4K Ultra HD upgrade of this incredible spine number 562 in the Criterion Collection. And I have recommended this title so many times on this channel. It's one of my favorite editions in all of the Criterion Collection, and I highly recommend it. But while in the past, I used to recommend that people go ahead and get this title, I would normally recommend picking this title up in the July sale. I can't recommend that now. I'm actually would because this is coming out on 4K. I would say, wait instead of getting this Blu-ray. Definitely, hold out and get the 4K edition of this title because it definitely looks like it's going to be absolutely amazing. And so, it says here in the enthralling Blowout, brilliantly crafted by Brian De Palma, John Travolta gives one of his greatest performances. I would agree with that. As a film sound effects man who believes he has accidentally recorded a political assassination. So this is a really awesome, awesome picture that I love revisiting, every now and then. It's a great film and one of my favorites in the Criterion Collection. Now, what I have found with a lot of these is as you read the special features, this is a 4K upgrade of this already existing Blu-ray edition. And what I have found is in many cases, what Criterion has been doing so far with these Ultra HD upgrades is basically giving us a 4K disc in a 4K Blu-ray combo pack and all the special features being the same as what we had in the original Blu-ray edition. And that appears to be the case here. I don't think we're getting any new special features beyond what we already have in this Blu-ray edition here. But the one thing that I will draw your attention to is right here, new 4K digital restoration. So if you look on the back of this Blu-ray here, it says new restored digital transfer. So this Blu-ray of Blowout came out in, I think, 2011. So it's like a 11-year-old Blu-ray edition that at that time had a restored high definition digital transfer. And what they're saying here is that this is a new 4K digital restoration of Blowout that's going to be put on this 4K Ultra HD disc. They're putting a Dolby Vision HDR grade on this, and I am expecting this to look absolutely phenomenal. I mean, considering that this is an 11-year-old Blu-ray, if they're doing a new 4K digital restoration and it's going to be on a 4K disc, I am very much looking forward to seeing how this picture is going to look on 4K. I've got my fingers crossed that this is going to be one heck of an upgrade in visual quality over what we had in this 11-year-old Blu-ray. So fingers crossed on that. But other than that, it looks like all of these features are the same as what was on the Blu-ray edition. So this is, like I said, my most exciting title for me. It's the title that I'm most looking forward to, and I definitely plan on picking up this title when it comes out on Tuesday, September the 6th, and doing a review on this channel for this title. So look for that review to come out on Labor Day week, toward the end of the week, for Blowout on 4K. But let me know in the comments below, in the comment section of this stream, how excited are you for Blowout? I am through the moon. I was not expecting this to be announced, and I am just totally, I'm just floored by this announcement. So I love this edition. I can't say how much I love it enough, but to see this announced on 4K is very exciting for me. And I love Brian De Palma films. And of course, if you're interested in other films from Brian De Palma, these are a couple more that I could recommend. Dress to Kill, Sisters. Of course, people, have to wonder, at some point, will these be announced for 4K? I don't know. Don't have any information on these, but these are great additions from Criterion. Dress to Kill coming in at 770 in the Criterion Collection, and Sisters recently got a Blu-ray upgrade of Spy Number 89. So great, great films. Of course, this film stars Margot Kidders from 1973, and this film stars Angie Dickinson and Michael Caine from 1980. Great Brian De Palma films that I recommend in addition to Blowout. So that is a very exciting announcement indeed. So we're getting Blowout on 4K. That is awesome, awesome news. Let's take a look at another title, then we'll jump back into the comments here. So the next title that's coming out a week later on September the 13th is this interesting title from director Sean Baker, who is new in the collection as a director, and Shin Ching Su. So Sean Baker and Shin Ching Su directed this very interesting film that's basically about post 9/11 New York City, the life of this immigrant, undocumented Chinese immigrant struggling to get by on the margins of post 9/11 New York City. So facing violent retaliation from a loan shark, restaurant delivery man Ming Ding, Charles Jang, has until nightfall to pay back the money he owes, and he encounters both crushing setbacks and moments of unexpected humanity as he races against time to earn enough in tips over the course of a frantic day. So this looks like a really interesting film shot in a sort of a verite realistic style that I'm very interested in checking out. Of course, I had a chance to watch this trailer earlier today, and I definitely encourage you to take a look at this trailer. It is very, very interesting. It's a trailer for Takeout. I'll play a little bit of it here, but I definitely encourage you to go to the Criterion site and just watch this trailer. It is very fascinating for this film. Sean Baker and Shin Ching Su, a lot of awards. So yeah, so I definitely encourage you to, watch that trailer. It's very fascinating. There's a few features on here. It doesn't appear to be a stacked edition by any means, but this is a new film in the collection from these filmmakers who are new to the collection, and it's coming in at spine number 1149 in the collection. Also note that this title coming out on September 13th appears to only come out with a Blu-ray option. So I don't see DVD listed as an option for Takeout. So definitely keep that in mind, but definitely keep tabs on the Criterion site for this edition on any updated news in that regard. If that changes, definitely go to the Criterion site to see the options that are available. But right now, we only see a Blu-ray option available for this title. So that's Takeout. So let me know in the comments, have any of you seen Takeout? Have any of you seen this film, or have any of you seen any other works from Sean Baker? Let me know in the comments what you think about this filmmaker, this artist, and this particular film, because I've not seen this one. So let me know in the comments below. And for now, let me stop sharing and let's go back into the stream and let's see what people are saying here. So we've had a lot of people jump on here. We have 23 on right now. So awesome. Welcome everybody. Hope you're all excited about this stream. So okay, Andrea says it's 1 a.m. Wow. Wow. Well, thank you for joining us at that time in Sweden. Of course, hello Mika. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. See Adrian. Hello, Adrian and Mika. Oh, hello, hello, Satsu. Thank you. Welcome to this community of film lovers in this little corner of YouTube. So, welcome. Mika's doing well. I'm glad to hear that. Adrian's doing good. Buck and the Preacher. Yes, I am looking forward to that title. I am very much looking forward to picking that up in the month of August for sure. Yes, Blowout. Yeah, I plan to grab Blowout when it comes out. Now, for the September titles, what I would normally do for many of them is I would, because they're so close to the November sale, I would wait and just wait for the November sale. But for a title like Blowout, I'm picking that up as soon as it comes out because I want that in my hands with that new 4K digital restoration. I am very confident that it is going to look amazing on 4K compared to this older Blu-ray, and definitely look forward to sharing a review on this channel. Hey, what's up, Ken? How are you doing, Ken? Hope you're doing well out there. Very happy I never grabbed a Blu-ray. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I am floored and just surprised that they announced Blowout for. I mean, you know, for um, for 4K. I mean, I am through the moon with excitement, and it makes me think about other potential 4K upgrades that I would love to see them do. And I have a couple of them that I'll show right now. Of course, Blowout's one of my first editions I picked up from Criterion, one of my early Criterion editions, along with Seven Samurai, which I would love to see that in 4K from Criterion. But here's a couple of other titles I would love to see Criterion release in 4K, if at all possible. If anybody from there is watching this, please put Thief out on 4K or Medium Cool. Medium Cool is the first review I did on this channel of any title, Criterion or otherwise. It's my very first review on this channel. I love this edition. It's spy number 658 in the Criterion Collection. It stars Robert Forster. Basically takes place in 1968 during the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. America's on fire at that time. And this is one of my favorite all time Criterion editions. I love this film. It got a 4K digital restoration for this Blu ray edition. So I would love to see this come out on 4K from Criterion, as well as Thief, starring James Caan. This is a film from 1981, and this is an amazing film. This also has a new digital restoration from a 4K transfer. So, would love to see this film on 4K. Tangerine Dream did the score, and it is a fantastic. There's just great music on this release, and I love this film from Michael Mann, starring James Caan, Sonny from The Godfather, Thief. So those are films that are in my sort of my Criterion 4K wish list. So we shall see. Fingers crossed. So Adrian saying hello to Ken. Okay, and I'm losing my place here. See, Dennis, so excited for Blowout. I'm with you, man. I am with you. Blowout all the way. That's for me. That's the release. I mean, that I'm most excited about above all else. Going to have to check out Blowout from the library and check it out soon. Yes, please do. Please do. It's a great film. Disappointed, was expecting them to announce Morbius for the collection. Maybe that'll be next month for October, which we shall see. Fingers crossed that we get Morbius and Moonfall in next month's announcements. We shall see. I've been looking at some titles in my store, Eraserhead and The Irishman. Both of them are excellent additions. Now, Eraserhead is from David Lynch. It's a very weird film. You have to sort of be in the mood and sort of go into it, understanding that it's going to be a weird kind of film, but it's the film that he did right before he did The Elephant Man. So Eraserhead is very good. The Elephant Man's even better. But those are some early films from David Lynch. Sound of Metal. Yes, baby. Oh, yeah. That's a good film, by the way. That's the other film that I've seen in these announcements. So I've seen, of the announcements this month, I've seen, of course, Blowout and Sound of Metal. Sound of Metal is a great film. Looks very interesting. Takeout. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I have not seen that film, but it definitely intrigues me, and it's something and that's what I love about Criterion's. I love the discovery. Films I've never heard of. I've never heard of the director, never heard of this film, don't know anything about it, but I get it, pop it in the player, and 90% of the time, I'm blown away by these Criterion titles. I really need to watch some Sean Baker films. Yeah, I do too. I'm not familiar with him as a filmmaker, but this will be an opportunity to get exposed, to his work with Takeout. So I'm looking forward to it. Dan, what are your thoughts on Tati? Couldn't get into any of his films, and I feel like I'm missing something. Yes, I have the Jacques Tati set. I have not dove into it heavily. I've seen just a little bit of it. So I that will be a set that I look forward to diving more into, at some point. Okay, so Yoav Akiva is excited for Takeout, loves Sean Baker's The Florida Project. Okay, very interesting. And also, I think Sean Baker was the writer of a recent Blu-ray release, Red Rocket, that I heard some stuff about the other month. So I'll have to check it out. Mishima, A Life in Four Chapters would look amazing in 4K. Yeah, I agree. And I love that edition, that gold packaging. It is really awesome looking. The Florida Project was a great film. Okay, that's good to know. Ken, I wish they would do Florida Project in 4K. That would look amazing. Okay, Criterion, I hope you're hearing this. A lot of love for the Florida Project. So I'm hearing a lot of Florida Project energy here. So bring it on. I'll take Thief on 4K. Don't own that one either. Yeah, you might want to. And that's the thing. You don't know which titles to hold off on for, thinking that okay, this might get a 4K release or it may not. You just don't know. But yeah, I know a lot of people have probably picked up Blowout recently on Blu-ray, and they're probably thinking, oh, what I do? Okay. See, on Takeout, I love the printed on film, like the celebration recently. Hope the source is a 35 millimeter print. Yeah, yeah, I'm with you. The DV printed on film. Yeah, it should be interesting. I'm looking forward. I can appreciate film shot in that style, so I'm very much looking forward to what that film has to offer. Got to check out both Thief and Medium's Cool. Yes, absolutely. Please do. I absolutely love these films. These are just great films. Of course, in this film, Thief, James Caan, he robs safes. He's a thief and he breaks into safes. He's a big time robber and he's trying to get out of the game. And so he's done. But as is typically the case, there's always that one last job, and they're always trying to pull you back in. And they're trying to pull James Caan's character back in, and that's what Thief's about. And it's the setting is just fantastic. The rain-soaked streets of Chicago, the neon signs, the Tangerine Dream music. This is an amazing film to release, and it would look incredible on 4K. So, yeah, highly recommended. And of course, medium cool. This Blu-ray looks fantastic, and I can only imagine it will look even better on 4K. It's got a 4K digital restoration already. If they could just put it on a 4K disc and put a Dolby Vision grade on it, I would be very, very happy. Of course, I just oversimplified what I'm sure is a more involved process than that, but I love this film. So fingers crossed on both of those. And then Josephine, Matter of Life and Death 4K. Yeah, the Powell and Pressburger film. That would be interesting. That's a great film, by the way. Hello, sorry I'm late. Hey, Magnitude Reb. Came straight from work. Really excited to get my hands on that Sound of Metal release. Curious on checking out all the other titles, especially the new World Cinema Project. Yes. Yeah, I'm actually that's probably the second title that I'm most interested in as well as that World Cinema Project, because I do not have any of those currently. So let's see. My mom thought my TV was broke at the end of Eraserhead. Yeah, that's a really strange film. Hey Nathan, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Nathan saying hi to Ken. See, Magnitude Red for the films I've never seen or heard of. I'm definitely most intrigued by Takeout. Okay, highly, highly recommended. The director's other film, The Florida Project. Yes, there's a ton of love for The Florida Project on this stream. Love to see Paris, Texas on 4K Ultra HD. Oh, yes. Yes, that is an amazing film. Of course, Harry Dean Stanton, um, who recently, I think in the last few years, passed away. He's in that film. Of course, he's in a million films, but he's in that film. It's from 1984. It's an amazing, amazing film. I love that edition from Criterion, and I think it would look amazing on 4K. Sean Baker mentioned on a DGA interview that three of his films are coming to Criterion. Okay, maybe. Now, The Florida Project is one of his films. Maybe that could be one of them. That would be awesome. So, yeah, Sean Baker recently directed Red Rocket. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I think I saw on IMDb that he wrote it, but he directed it as well. Okay. I made it a little late, but what's the biggest surprise for the month for you? I would say the biggest surprise for me was Blowout on 4K. That blew my mind. I was not really expecting it, and it's that's the kind of thing that I would put on a high dream list, and they did it, and I'm just blown away by it. So that's for me the biggest surprise of the month for me. Let me know in the comments what the biggest surprise for you all is for you in the month. Thief is great. I just bought that Criterion a few months ago. I'll have to check out Median Cool. Awesome. All right. So let's jump back into we've covered the release for September 6th, which is Blowout, 4K, exciting. We also covered the Sean Baker film Takeout. So that is exciting. That's coming out on September the 13th. Now we've got two titles coming out on September 20th. Let's check out those and then we'll come back and we'll do some more comments. But just let me know what your excitement level in general is. I mean, what is your, are you 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Are you above 10 through the moon excitement? What is your overall excitement level? Let us know in the comments. So we are now back on the Criterion site, and we're going to jump right to the next week, September the 20th. And this is an interesting film. Of course, we are now into so we're leaving the United States with Blowout and Takeout, and we're now going a little bit north to Toronto. This is a Canadian film called Exotica, and this is a film by Adam Agoyan. So this is a film I have never heard of. I don't know anything about it other than that Bruce Greenwood is in this film. He's playing a man that's suffering from neurosis, and he's going into this nightclub in Canada, in Toronto, and that's really about all I know about this film. So, is Adam Agoyan Exotica one of the defining independent films of the 1990s? Of course, this is from 1994. Adam Ogoyan's mesmerizing international breakthrough Exotica takes the conventions of the psychological thriller into bold new territory, unsettling, dreamlike, and empathetic. At the neon drenched Toronto strip club of the film's title, a coterie of lost and damaged souls, including a man haunted by grief, Bruce Greenwood, a young woman with whom he shares an enigmatic bond. I love that word enigmatic, but enigmatic bond, Mia Kirshner, an obsessive MC, Elias Kotias, and a smuggler of rare bird eggs, Don McKellar, search for redemption as they work through the traumas of their mysteriously interconnected histories in an obsessive cycle of sex, pain, jealousy, and catharsis. All right, this film looks like it has a lot going on in it. I did have a chance to see the trailer down here, which is very interesting. It's very exotica. And this edition does appear to have some pretty nice features. Now, this is, of course, on Blu-ray, and there's a DVD option as well, a 2-disc DVD option. So that's interesting. This is a new spine number in the collection. It's coming in at spine number 1150. So it's getting that 1150 spine number. But if you'll see here, you've got a new restored digital transfer. So that sounds really good. So this should be a nice looking Blu-ray. You get an audio commentary, which I always love to see. An audio commentary features the director and the composer, Michael Dana. So that sounds interesting. A new conversation between the director and filmmaker and actor Sarah Polley. You get a few short films here. Peep Show, En Passant from the early 1990s. You get a film called Calendar, a 1993 feature film by Agoyan with a new introduction. So you get some other films in on this disc. So that sounds very interesting. So a few other features. So that sounds interesting. Some audio from the film's Cannes Film Festival press conference. So looks like a pretty nice set of special features for this film. I will be honest though, as I sit here today, and I say that because that could change between now and September. This is a title that I kind of look at and think to myself, I may put this on the perhaps wait for November sale, or more likely wait for the July 2023 sale, perhaps. So this is one that I'm not incredibly interested in, but who knows, between now and September and November, we'll see what more I hear about it. But this is not at the top of my list of titles I'm interested in. But for those of you who have seen Exotica, let us know in the comments section what you think about this particular title and whether you think this is a title that's worth picking up. This is a film from Canada, from Adam Agoyan. It's coming in at spine number 1150. It's 103 minutes, and it's from 1994, and it's coming in with a Blu-ray and DVD option, and it's being released from Criterion on September the 20th, Tuesday, September 20th. So, and it stars Bruce Greenwood. So that should be an interesting film for a lot of people. So that's Exotica. So on that same date, we're getting a film from a French filmmaker who has other titles in the Criterion Collection, and he is Henri Georges Clouzot, and this title is Les Corbeaux. So this is a really interesting title. I had a chance to watch the trailer for this earlier today, and it hasn't quite grabbed me yet, but I am interested in this director because he does have other additions in the Criterion Collection that I'll show you now that you might want to keep in mind, especially for this upcoming July Barnes and Noble sale. So I'm happy to talk about these September titles that are coming out, but it's also a good time. We're only probably a couple weeks or so away from the July Barnes and Noble sale, assuming we get one. And so, hey, let's talk about a few Criterion recommendations. So this is one that's very high on the list. If you do not have Diabolique, highly recommended that you pick this one up. This is Henri Georges Clouzot. It's from 1955, and it stars his wife Vera Clouzot in here. And this is an amazing film. It's sort of reminiscent of like a Hitchcock film. It's very Hitchcockian. Really enjoyed this film. It's so good. It's basically two women who plot to kill one of, it's a woman who's married to this gentleman, and the mistress of this gentleman, they plot to kill him. And of course, there is no such thing as a perfect murder. And this is a great film. Highly recommended. 2 years before then came out The Wages of Fear from Henri Georges Clouzot. Really, really good film. This also features Vera Clouzot in this movie as well, in a short appearance from 1953. This is like 2 hours and 27 minutes. So this is a lot of movie for this film here. And then, of course, a film starring Brigitte Bardot in 1960, coming in just over 2 hours. This is spine number 960, and it's Les Vérités, or The Truth. So this is a really, really good film that I highly recommend. But yeah, these are three other films from Henri Georges Clouzot that are currently in the collection that you might want to consider for this upcoming sale. But this is Les Corbeaux that is coming out, or The Raven, translated The Raven. This is coming out from Criterion in September, on September the 20th. And it says here, a mysterious writer of poison pen letters known only as Les Corbeaux, the Raven, plagues a provincial French town, exposing the collective suspicion and rancor seething beneath the community's calm surface. Made during the Nazi occupation of France, this film by Henri Georges Clouzot was attacked by the right-wing Vichy regime, the left-wing resistance press, and the Catholic Church, and was banned after the country's liberation. So sounds like this film had a little bit of, a fair amount of controversy. I did have a chance to look at the trailer, and it's, somewhat interesting, but this one might wait for me until, say, the November sale, or maybe a flash sale. This is not high on the list for me, but if I learn a little bit more about this film, I might dive into it. You'll see that it's fairly light on the features here. You get, of course, a 4K restoration, which is great. Because if you look at this trailer here, you'll see that it looks like this trailer, doesn't have that restoration, on it. It looks kind of rough. So the film that we actually get on the disc should look, a lot nicer, of course, with that restoration work applied to it. We get an interview with filmmaker Bertrand Tavernier, which is very interesting. Of course, I'll hold on. Bertrand Tavernier is the director of, yeah, he's the director of this film right here, Round Midnight. So yeah, I just saw that. So Round Midnight, which is highly recommended. I did a review of this title a few months ago or the other month. This stars Dexter Gordon. So Bertrand Tavernier does an interview on this release, but this is not really a stacked release. It's just only got a few features. So keep that in mind. It's offered in Blu-ray, and it says here DVD is out of print. So it looks like Blu-ray may be the only option for this title, but that's Les Corbeaux. So let us know in the comments if you've seen Les Corbeaux, and if so, what you think about it, and if this is a title that you think would be worth picking up either in September or the upcoming sale. Let us know that in the comment section. So those are the titles that are coming out on September the 20th. So we got two more titles to go, but before we do that, let's jump right back to the comments and see what you think about these titles here. So where did I leave off? Oh boy, let's see here. Okay. Great. All right. So a Kubrick lover, 1972. Hey, Paris, Texas was Kurt Cobain's favorite film. Okay. I love that film too. Biggest surprise would be the fourth Martin Scorsese World Cinema Project. Yeah, we're about to get to that. I'm very much looking forward to hearing what you guys think about that. Blowout's a great choice. I cannot wait to upgrade sometime. It's probably my favorite of the Palmas. Yeah, it's up there for me too. I'm most excited for Exotica. Okay, okay. So Exotica getting some love from Nathan there. That's cool. Which you just got to. Okay. And then I did not Exotica at all. I saw it several months ago and liked it. Okay. The cover of Exotica looks like a Gauguin painting. Okay. Adam Ogoyan is so underrated, has made some great pictures. Yeah, so that's a filmmaker. I'm not as familiar with Ogoyan. I need to dive into his filmography. Hey, at Kubrick. Okay. Is that a Madonna song? Specifically, Blu-rays and Nathan Jones. The Sweet Hereafter and Felicia's Journey are two other Ogoyan films that I recommend. Okay. Have to keep that in mind. Surprise Exotica is the one Criterion puts out ahead of Cannes winner The Sweet Thereafter. Okay. See, this is an example. There's so many films that I just still have not seen that I am looking forward to. And that's why I look forward to this announcement every month. Just some new discoveries. Love Mia Kirshner. So may check this one out. Yeah, I believe she appears in Exotica with Bruce Greenwood. Did Agoyan make that one of the two office workers who take advantage of a deaf woman? I don't know which one that is. Yeah, let us know what that title is that you're referring to. Aaron Eckhart was in it. Okay. Harvey Dent from The Dark Knight. I'm so excited for the blow up 4K upgrade. I'm with you, Darvin. I am right there with you. I recommend the Apu trilogy. I do as well. From Satyajit Ray. If you like the trilogy, watch Devi. Yes, I picked it up last year. I did a review on the channel. Did I do a review of that on the channel? I'm not sure. Maybe I didn't, but I probably should. But it's a really nice addition from Satyajit Ray. Really enjoyed that. Great recommendation. Diabolique is fantastic. Yeah, I agree. It is such a good film. I mean, it's terrific. I don't want to say much about the plot other than what I said because it's just something you want to just watch and absorb for yourself. It is so good. I love Diabolique, but didn't care for Wages of Fear. Yeah, yeah, I can understand. I rather enjoyed it. It's very tense. Wages of Fear is very, very intense. Got to head out, but I'm glad I was able to stop by for a sec. Looking forward to the rewatch. Enjoy the night, my friend. You as well, Nathan. Have a great one. It's not the same director I see on Google with the two women taking advantage of a deaf woman. The film I was thinking of was In the Company of Men. Okay. All right. See, Island 007-100 wants to preview any of these Blowout, Sound of Metal are both airing on Amazon Prime, while Exotica and Les Corbeaux are on the Criterion channel. Okay, that's a good tip. And that's a good opportunity to, preview some of these titles, before you commit to buying them on disc and see if you want to own them on physical. I can definitely understand that. Happy to have another film from the out of print lineup come back into the collection. Yes, indeed. And let's see here. Will we get a taste of Satyajit Ray or a taste of Charlie Kaufman? That is a great idea. I need to, I have a running list that I put on my phone here in my notes of directors for the Taste of Director series that you all recommend to me. So recommendations like that make me, I'm going to be adding that to my Taste of Directors list. So yes, Satyajit Ray definitely needs an addition at some point. And oh, by the way, quick plug, this month it's going to be Clint Eastwood. So Taste of Clint Eastwood films will be coming out not this coming week, but the following week, the last week of June. So quick plug on that. So I think you see Bertrand Tavernier on the Criterion of Bong Joon-ho's A Parasite. I got Bong Joon-ho's autograph on my host DVD. Sorry for digressing there. Oh, no worries, no worries. Paris, Texas, I haven't watched it. Watch it tonight. Watch it tonight. Let's see here. The world cinema sets are so lovely. Every new African film made available feels like a real treasure. Awesome. I don't remember you reviewing Davey. Yeah, I don't think I did. I think I thought about it. I've definitely seen it. I probably should. I probably should. You're right, James. I get so many recommendations from you and others of great films to check out. There are still so many I haven't seen. Yeah, I'm with you, Mika. They're just, and that's sort of a good problem to have, right? There's just so many great things to see. You just don't know. It's hard to pick, hard to pick. I love this channel. Can't wait for the Raging Bull release on July 12th. I'm with you, and that's going to be one of the reviews for next month. Will be the Raging Bull 4K, The Devil in the Blue Dress 4K. I plan to review both of those titles on this channel next month. So I'm very excited about those two 4K releases. July is going to be absolutely epic. I just cannot wait. Last Emperor, Colors Trilogy, Decalogue, Parasite, Blow Up are some really good criterions. There are more titles I could recommend. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And then I have like 600 to 700 criterions, something like that. Wow, well, you got more than me. Yeah, I'm right at around 500. So you've definitely got me beat there, Kubrick Lover, 1972. So awesome, 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 awesome. I'm in the process of watching my Criterion of Celine and Julie Go Boating, which is 3 hours and 15 minutes long. So I'm working on that. Sounds good. Yeah. So, okay, let's see. We have about 22 in the stream right now. We are toward the end. We've gone through 4 titles so far. So 4K of Blowout coming out September 6th. Awesome. Loving it. Digging it. That's the day after Labor Day. So I plan to do a review on this channel that week of Labor Day. So look for that review sometime around the 8th or the 9th of September. So very much looking forward to that. I'm excited about how that's going to look on 4K because I believe that with that new 4K restoration, I'm expecting that to look really, really nice. So that's coming out on September the 6th. And then the September 13th, we're getting Takeout from Sean Baker and Shi Ching Su. So I'm excited about that title. Those are 2 titles I'm really looking forward to picking up. And then we get on September 20th, we're getting Exotica from Adam Ogoyan, the Canadian psychological thriller set in Toronto, starring Bruce Greenwood. And then we're getting Les Corbeaux, the Henri Georges Clouzot film from 1943, translated as The Raven. So that's getting a new 4K digital restoration, but it's a little bit light on the features. That's a French film. And so that's an upgrade of the DVD edition 227 in the Criterion Collection. So 4 titles down, 2 more to go, September 27th. Let's go back to the Criterion site and let's check them out. Let's check out the Criterion site one last time here. All right, we're going to leave Les Corbeaux. We've got 2 more to go. September the 27th, we got 2 titles coming out. This is an exciting one right here. This is the 3rd title that I would say I'm most excited about for this month of September. This is Martin Scorsese's World Cinema Project, or WCP number 4. So this is established by Martin Scorsese in 2007. The Film Foundation's World Cinema Project has maintained a fierce commitment to preserving and presenting masterpieces from around the globe with a growing roster of dozens of restorations that have introduced moviegoers to often overlooked areas of cinema history. So this collector's set gathers six important works. So there's six films in this set. You have a film from Angola, Argentina, Iran, Cameroon, Hungary, and India. So I guess it's called World Cinema Project for a reason. It's films from all over the world. Of course, I'm really happy to see Martin Scorsese's Film Foundation. They've done a lot of great work through the years, restoring little known films, films that would otherwise have been lost to obscurity or perhaps lost forever. They've rescued and restored a lot of these films and have compiled them into these World Cinema Project box sets. Now, I will say currently at this time do not own any of those World Cinema box sets. And this is one that this will probably end up being my very first World Cinema Project acquisition, unless I I take that back, unless in the July sale I decide to take the plunge and get one, two, or three. I won't get more than one of those, but if I should get WCP one, two, or three. So, given that, let me just go ahead and offer to this audience here. I don't have any of these sets. Which World Cinema Project edition from Martin Scorsese would you recommend that I pick up or someone else pick up who's not familiar with this line of box sets? Should I just jump in and start with number one, number two, or number three? But I definitely plan on picking up this World Cinema Project 4 set as part of probably the November Criterion sale at Barnes& and Noble. But let me know in the comments for the month of July for this upcoming sale that's coming up in just a few weeks, which of the box sets that are already out there should I get, one, two, or three? So if you look down here, you'll see you've got Sabizanga from 1972. That's from Angola. You got Prisioneros de la Tierra from 1939. Chess of the Wind, 1976. Muna Mota from 1975. Two Girls in the Street, 1939. And Kia Pana from 1948. So films from six different countries, different decades of cinema, films from all over the world with different directors and filmmakers. This is an exciting set. And I'm really excited to hear about this. And this is coming in a Blu-ray DVD combo. You've got 9 discs in this set, and there appear to be a nice set of special features here. You get new 4K digital restorations of a number of these films and a 2K digital restoration of Two Girls in the Street and Kaya Pana, all overseen by the Film Foundation's World Cinema Project in collaboration with the Cineteca di Bologna. So that's great. You get new introductions from the founder of the World Cinema Project, Martin Scorsese, and several other features. But this looks like a very exciting set. It's coming in as an SRP of $124.95, currently offered here on the Criterion site at $99.96. Of course, with the 50% off sale, it'll probably be going for around $62.50. So this is an exciting release. This is World Cinema Project number 4, Martin Scorsese's project. So let me know what you think about this one in the comments section. Then that brings us to the last title for September. This title is also coming out September 27th, and it is a film that a lot of people are going to be excited about. This is a film from Darius Marder from 2019. It is Sound of Metal. So this is a film I had a chance to see, I believe I may have seen this in 2020 during the pandemic. This is an amazing film. This is a film that's basically, it stars Riz Ahmed. He stars as a musician who travels with his girlfriend, and he's a musician who's basically losing his hearing, and he progressively loses his hearing very quickly. And he progressively loses his hearing very quickly. Sorry, I had a call come in. He progressively loses his hearing very quickly, and he goes into this world of learning how to cope with deafness and being part of that community. And This is just an amazing film. It's getting a 4K Ultra HD combo set, also Blu-ray and also DVD. And it is coming in at spine number 1151. And it is from Darius Martyr called Sound of Metal. So let me know in the comment section if you are excited about this particular release. I enjoyed this film, but this is a title I don't plan to be in a hurry to pick up. But let me know if you are planning to pick this up in September or if you're planning to pick it up in the upcoming November sale. Let me know that in the comment section. But this is an exciting 4K Ultra HD release that has been announced from the Criterion Collection, coming in at spine 1151. So we're getting a new 4K digital master. You're getting Dolby Vision on the 4K disc. You're getting a new conversation between the director and filmmaker Derek Clanfrance. You're getting a new program on the film's sound design. This film, and that's great because this film won the Academy Award for sound design. So that's one of the best aspects of this film, Sound of Metal, is the sound design of this film. So highly recommended on that basis. And just definitely check out the trailer. Of course, you have Riz Ahmed and you have Olivia Cook here who played in this film. Olivia Cook, of course, I remember her from Bates Motel, that TV series. But yeah, this is a great film and I highly recommend it. And I believe this is a title that a lot of people are going to be very excited about picking up here in the next couple of months. So let me know in the comments what you think about Sound of Metal. So with that, these are the titles that are coming out. We got Blowout on 4K, Takeout coming out on Blu-ray, Exotica, Les Corbeaux, Martin Scorsese's World Cinema Project #4, and Sound of Metal. 6 new titles coming out, films from all over the world, new directors coming into the collection, a couple of new 4K editions with Sound of Metal and Blowout. So very exciting news from Criterion for September. Let's jump back into the comments here to see what you have to say about these before we close out here. Let's see here. Let's see. Yes, Devil in the Blue Dress is my highlight thus far. Can't wait. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one as well, Mika, next month. That's going to be a really great one to pick up along with Raging Bull in 4K. I'm not a 4K guy, happy with my Blu-rays, but if that's what floats your boat, go ahead. Yeah, I understand. I understand. I mean, Blu-ray is a great format by far. It's a fantastic format. In fact, I would say DVD is a great format. It's whatever format you want to enjoy your films on. It's really ultimately, as much as I love 4K, it really ultimately comes down to the films, the movies themselves. As I was reminded when I recently watched A Million Dollar Baby on DVD. Just a great film. I was intrigued to check out the old Twilight Times release of Devil in the Blue Dress. I was happy to come to Criterion. Love the cover art for it. Let's see. Meanwhile, I'm just about to cross 50 owned titles, though I've only been collecting since February of 2021. Okay, take your time, Magnitude Rev. There's a lot of exciting titles coming out. So you got a lot of exciting things to dive into. Bicycle Thieves, La Dolce Vita, an 8.5, or just the Essential Fellini box set. But I think there are a few Fellini films in there that are kind of turkeys. Okay. That World Cinema Project set looks and sounds great. Out of Volume 4, I've only heard of Chess of the Wind. Okay. Burmese Harp, Firearms on the Plain, Seven Samurai, Ikiru, Tokyo Story, Late Spring, Repulsion, Belle de Jour, Bitter Tears of Petra von Kant are more of Criterion's I can recommend. Okay. The story behind Chess of the Wind's rediscovery is incredible, with the belief of the film having been lost forever. The restoration I've heard of is among the best to come from Janus Films. Yeah, that's the exciting thing, and I'm excited because for me, all of these World Cinema Project films will be new discoveries. I am not familiar with any of these films. I'm excited about the work that I've heard that Martin Scorsese's The Film Foundation has been doing restoring these films. And so for me, they're going to be new discoveries, total new discoveries. And I I'm here for it. I'm very much excited about it. So I have the other three Scorsese World Cinema sets, but haven't watched them yet. I have a ton of films I have yet to watch that I own. I'm in the same boat. I'm right there with you. You honestly can't go wrong with any of the WCP box sets, but I think three is the most interesting set for my own taste in film. Okay. Of the first three sets, I like the third the most. Okay, so that's two votes so far for the third. Okay. Sound of Metal was up for some Oscars, I believe. Yes, they won for sound design, at least that one. Sound of Metal, I adore the film's use of sound design. Yes. And Riz Ahmed's performance. Yes. It's a great film. If you haven't seen Sound of Metal, I highly recommend it. And if you want to wait a few months, this upcoming 4K from Criterion looks like it's going to be a great way to experience that film. So I've got a lot of the Japanese Criterions. I do as well. Yeah, I'll probably pick up the Scorsese World Cinema Project box set in November. Yeah, I probably will as well. I'm probably going to pick up either one, two, or three in July and probably pick up four in November. So we shall see. Dell on movies, I do plan on getting Sound of Metal, but I'm in a rush. Too many others I want to get in July or even November. Yeah, I'm going to wait on Sound of Metal too, to be honest with you. It may not, that might wait for me until next year because I've already seen the film. It's not a film that I am really anxious to revisit as much as I think it's a great film, but it's just one of those films that I'm kind of good with having seen it a year or two ago, and I'm not in a hurry to revisit it. So, but we shall see. That could change. I mean, tomorrow I may wake up and feel totally different, but we shall see. Let's see here. The Fassbender BRD trilogy. I don't have that one yet. More recommendations? Okay. I do think it's cool that Criterion is putting out a variety of different releases. You have some new, some old, and even some foreign releases as well. Very nice. Cool. And then, yeah, I still have some DVDs too. Yeah, DVDs are great. I mean, I love 4K, but I'm not a 4K or Blu-ray snob. I mean, if the film's a great film, it's great on VHS, it's great on DVD, it's great on Blu-ray, it's great on 4K. So whatever format you have, enjoy the films that you love and just enjoy great cinema. I still enjoy watching DVDs as well as Blu-rays. Me too. For Scorsese's Volume 4, I think I'm most interested in Chess of the Wind in that lineup of films, though I'm always curious about what's selected and why. Okay. And then haven't heard of any of the World Cinema films. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. They are going to be new discoveries for me. So I am excited. Juan Carlos, hi James. I find very interesting the Criterion September releases. I do as well. I will pick up the fourth cinema project as I have the number one, two, and three, and because it includes a film from Argentina. Oh, awesome. Yes. You know, it's like nine different countries represented in this month's announcement, six of them in the Scorsese box set. So awesome. Just awesome stuff. So yeah, there we have it. September 2022 Criterion Collection, six exciting editions that are coming out. And let me just take a few minutes here, just a minute or two to share with you what's coming up on the channel here on 20th and 21st Movies. Of course, it is 8:04 in 26 minutes. My episode 9 of Backlog Treasures is coming out where I will talk about this particular film here, A Streetcar Named Desire. So this is a 1951 film starring Vivian Leigh and Marlon Brando, directed by Elia Kazan. Just an absolutely amazing film. And this is a great digibook edition that I highly recommend. This is a film that I've had in my collection for probably 8 or 9 years. And I finally watched it, and I'm so happy that I did. Three of the actors in this film won Academy Awards: Best Actress, Best Supporting Actress, and Best Supporting Actor. So three of the acting leads won Oscars for this film. Great film. It's an adaptation from the Tennessee Williams stage play. Highly recommended. And I also include a Criterion Collection recommendation. So that video is dropping at 8:30 tonight here in just a few minutes. And then also, of course, next week is an exciting week. Who is the man? John Shaft is the man. So next week is Shaft Week. Of course, Criterion is releasing Shaft on 4K. I am so excited, and I am looking forward to doing a review of that title on this channel. So be on the lookout for that review to come out toward the end of next week. So Shaft on 4K is coming out, and I am through the moon excited. That is a film directed by Gordon Parks. He's the same director as The Learning Tree, and it stars Richard Roundtree as the title character Shaft, John Shaft. So that review is coming up next week, and next week is Shaft Week here on this channel. So then the week after that, we're going to have our next entry in our Taste of Director series, Taste of Clint Eastwood films. So very excited about that. So I'm excited about this month's Clint Eastwood edition, and then next month in July, we're going to cover Osman Sembin, the father of African cinema. We're going to cover him in July. And then, of course, toward the end of this month, of course, this is a Criterion stream, but we also got to show a little love to Arrow because True Romance is coming out. This film written by Quentin Tarantino, starring Christian Slater and Patricia Arquette, is coming in an all-star cast. Is coming out from Arrow Video on June 28th. So I won't have time to put a review in for this June, but that review is going to be coming out the first week of July. But I want to do an unboxing of that in the month of June so you can see that set. But I'm getting that Arrow 4K limited edition of True Romance. I'm really excited about that. I have been loving all of these Arrow editions I've been getting this year. I just started collecting Arrow this year. So I got RoboCop and American Werewolf in London, got Deep Red, got the recent Wild Things limited edition, and I am loving these Arrow editions. But those are some things coming up here on this channel on 20th and 21st Movies. Of course, in just a few minutes, what that the video that's going to drop on this channel is Backlog Treasures Episode 8, A Streetcar Named Desire, this 1951 film. So check that out. But let me go through these last few comments, and then we're going to wrap it up. Also, I will get the Adam McGoyan film. Marlon Brando's one of my favorite actors, mine too. And there's a recommendation in that video for another Criterion edition that he stars in. So check that out at 8:30. Shaft on 4K is going to be awesome. Oh, I am so excited. Next week, cannot wait. Cannot wait. Among other films, I'll be picking up Shaft as well. I'm with you. I'm not even waiting for the July sale. I want that next week, and I'll be sharing my thoughts on it with you. Definitely getting the Shaft set in July. Yeah. And one great thing about the Shaft is that you're getting the sequel, one of the sequels on that disc as well. So you're getting two films. So I am through the moon excited. Usually Arrow's on sale for 50% during the B&N Criterion sale. I did not know that. So I have to keep that in mind. Don't tell my wallet, but I have to keep that in mind. The Godfather Trilogy 50th Anniversary Deluxe Edition has a good price on Amazon USA. Okay. I don't know if the Arrows are in the stores, but they are online. Tenebrae, also good price in Amazon USA. Yes, I have an order in for Tenebrae, the Dario Argento film. I'm very much looking forward to picking that one up as well for Arrow. So, folks, I think that will do it. It's been a great, great day of news in physical media, specifically around Criterion announcements for September 2022. Thank you all for joining tonight. Hope you all have a great rest of your Wednesday. Check out the episode 9 of Backlog Treasures at 8:30. And also hope you have a great rest of the week and looking forward to next week and what we hope to be a Criterion Collection sale soon at Barnes & Noble. Look for more coverage on this channel for the upcoming sale, and I hope you all have a fantastic night. Have a blessed night, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.